are the immigration interview mistakes you do not want to make? Hi, I'm attorney Larissa Davis. I am an immigration attorney and I practice across the United States. I wanted to make this video so I can give you tips before you have your interview at USCIS, whether it's a naturalization interview, green card interview, or overseas for a family member or spouse. All right, first, do not interrupt the USCIS officer. The officer's running the interview. Experienced officers can generally get you in and out pretty quickly. Each immigration officer has their own way of asking questions in their own rhythm. Some of them have been doing it for a long time. They might combine questions to help make the interview go by faster. So don't try to guess where the officer is going with their questions. Just listen to the question, pause, and then answer the question. You don't want to give some long, complicated answer to the question being asked of you, but most importantly, you do not want to interrupt the officer. They could be put off by that because it's rude. It can make them irritated, so be respectful and remember that you are sitting inside of their office. Obviously, if they ask something that's inappropriate to the case, you can turn to your lawyer or you can ask for a supervisor. But generally, they are going to do their job, so just let them do their job. They know much more about the process than you do, so don't make the mistake of interrupting them. It could make them angry or they could ask even more questions, so just don't do that. Remember, don't make this mistake. Remember, bring all of your documents. USCIS will send you a list before your interview, so you don't want to forget the documents on that list, such as your identity documents, driver's license, ID, evidence of your marriage if it's a marriage-based case, your green card if it's a naturalization case. Bring updated evidence, and if you forget things, you make that mistake, it could cause problems. The officer could cancel or postpone your interview, and they might even issue a request for evidence, an RFE, and that will make the case processing times take even longer. So don't forget to bring your documents. All right, don't make the mistake of guessing at your interview. If you're asked a question and you're just not sure of the answer, do not guess. You can ask the officer to clarify the question they are asking, and there might be times, for example, like people that maybe English is not their primary language, or even if they do speak English well, not understanding a question that the officer is asking and then instead just answering, instead of just asking for clarification, they guess their answer. That's not a good idea, because then you could answer a question in a way that makes you not eligible for a green card or not get your case approved. For example, I had a client at a naturalization interview. He's very nervous and English was not his first language. So even though he had prepared for his interview, he wasn't listening to the question being asked during his civics test, and he just started answering. And the answers he was giving to the question being asked weren't even, they didn't even correspond to the question he was being asked. So the officer ended up just having to cancel the interview and he had to reschedule it. So it's important that you make sure you understand the question that they are asking and they understand your answer. All right, next is do not lie to the immigration officer. There are questions on the application where you can answer yes to that will allow you to get the immigration benefit that you want, but you must tell the truth. So it's important that you do not lie or try to hide anything from the officer. Lying to an immigration officer is a really big deal. If you have been found to commit some kind of immigration fraud or you lied to an immigration officer, that can actually prohibit you from ever getting another immigration benefit. All right, lastly, do not press the officer for an answer at the end of your interview. It's generally fine to ask what is going to happen next. A lot of times immigration officers have to get supervisory review and there are things that they have to do. So you want to be respectful, and if you do ask, you could ask respectfully, how much time do you think it will be before you can give me an answer? It's a good idea to just treat the interview like a job interview. Be very respectful, dress nice, dress professional. And for all these reasons, it's important to get an experienced immigration attorney to help prepare you for your interview. If you follow these tips and you do not make these mistakes, then you're probably going to have a much better chance of getting your case approved, whether it's a naturalization case or a green card case or an embassy interview case. I wish you all of the best of luck, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a call at 601-724-9255 and I can answer any of your immigration questions, or you can email me at attorney@ladavisimmigration.com. You can also follow me at Instagram. I am at asylum_attorney. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube so you can get notifications when I post new videos like this one. Have a good day.